Let's jump to the hate list.
Yep.
Headlined by a guy who's been very underwhelming this season relative to where he was drafted.
Dude.
That is DeVonta Smith, who plays the Broncos, Patrick Surtain and friends. He's yet to have a game with more than 60 receiving yards. This guy won the Heisman, Matthew, and he was a elite wide receiver option.
The Slim Reaper.
And,
pretty good nickname.
They just, between whether it's him, whether it's Jalen Hurts, whether it's the passing offense, the scheme, just isn't happening for him at all so far this year.
He has yet to have a game with more than 60 yards, Jay, right? His utilization score from fantasylife.com, 59.
Yeah.
There are 41 other wide receivers with a higher utilization score than DeVonta Smith. And again, the utilization score is not just about like, oh, how much did this guy play? It's about all the underlying metrics in terms of routes run, targets per route run, air yards created, et cetera, et cetera. And it goes into one easy to understand number. 59 is not a good score for where you drafted DeVonta Smith, about where his talent is, where he could be. It's a bad score. And so you don't love him in general because he's really only had the one good game. But more importantly, you don't love it this week against Denver, as the Broncos have allowed the 7th fewest fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Now, some of that's skewed by the Cincinnati game, but still, not ideal.
Yep. The Eagles have played 8 halves this year, and for 7 of them, the passing game has just been atrocious. There's just no volume. Jalen hasn't completed a pass in the second half against Tampa.
He was 0 for 8.
Yeah, it's completely ridiculous.
Minus 1 yard of offense.
Yeah, this is now a 4-game sample, and there is continuity from last year. This team should just be better in the air at this point, but they just haven't been. And I'm not convinced. I think it has to get better than it's been, but I'm not convinced that they start to resemble the pass game of the past couple years, where even though they were run heavy last year, they would still take deep shots, and A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith would still produce relatively, but it's very bleak at the moment with the Eagles through the air.
They'll figure it out.
It's crazy this team is 4-0. But they are. But a tough matchup against the Broncos. You probably suspect that Surtain sees more A.J. Brown than DeVonta Smith, but still, the Eagles need to show that they can throw on anyone at the moment. Because, think about what just Jordan Love did to Dallas' defense. Think about what Russell Wilson did to the Cowboys' defense through the air in Week 2. And think about what Jalen Hurts and the Eagles couldn't do to them in Week 1. Another tough defensive matchup faces Jordan Addison, who plays the Cleveland Browns in the Europe matchup. Jordan Addison, who got loose for a big gain with Carson Wentz at quarterback last week. And I don't mind the outlook of Jordan Addison going forward, but I think Cleveland's defense, I think they may actually stand alone as the best defense in the NFL right now. And I don't think that Carson Wentz dropping back 40 times against Myles Garrett and friends is going to be a great recipe for Jordan Addison producing a big game. The Vikings also field goal favorites in this one. Don't expect that they're going to be in as much of a throw script as they were in that kind of crazy game against the Steelers last week. So Jordan Addison, I think that you probably can do better in a flex spot.
I think you can. Especially, I just don't want you chasing the points from last week. I actually think Jordan Addison's a pretty good NFL wide receiver.
Sure.
He looks good, looks the part. I get the concern with the matchup this week as well, and only the second game back. But I would not drop him. If I had Jordan Addison, I would hang on to him and wait till a better spot where you feel more comfortable starting him. But I think it. Addison almost had a monster day. He got tackled to the 1 yard line. It was a pretty good day. Actually, it was almost a monster day.
Yep.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.